Hey, this podcast holds nothing sacred. This is Life, Tech, and Sundry. And what is Sundry? It's our experiences put in a melting pot to the internet. So join us on this wild ride called the LTS Podcast. Follow us at LT Sundry on Twitter, LTS.pod on Instagram, Life, Tech, and Sundry on YouTube, and all your favorite podcast distribution services. Stay frosty.
My name is Marcos Lopez and welcome to this LTS Out of Office. Let's do this. I want to share you some quick roundups for the month of February in the sense of technology that I want to share with you, that I feel like it merits a quick highlight reel as of the end. Today's recording the end of February. So hopefully whenever and wherever you're listening to this podcast, I want you to be up to date in the tech world of what's going on. Share your opinions or let me know in the comments what you really think. Obviously, we are on any podcast player, Spotify, YouTube Podcast, Apple Podcast, and on YouTube itself as a video. So comments wherever you find this video or podcast. Thank you. Now let's dive in. Technology wild rides. The February 2025 roundup. A month of mind-blowing breakthroughs and bittersweet, if you will. Yeah, bittersweet farewells. With the number one story right now. AI on the rise. Agentic AI. The dawn of digital delegation. Sure. Are you tired of mundane tasks? Agentic AI is poised to revolutionize our lives by acting on our behalf. The potential of AI agents to automate everything from scheduling to shopping. Scheduling, I feel like Google is doing that, but at the same time, shopping with Amazon. Amazon is a big one in my neighborhood. I wonder if Target is going to have an AI, or Sam's Club, or Costco's. I don't know. Leave a comment if you're curious about that. Imagine at the cash register robot. Nah. Probably just pick. I don't know. It's a wild one on that. Audience debate. Will we embrace this new era of digital delegation? Or will we fear the rise of our AI overlords? I don't know, man. Is it though? Are we becoming more lazy? If it lets me do what I want, the more the merrier, right? The quick source, if you want to. The top 10 in tech as of February 2025. Imagine an AI that can negotiate a better price on your car insurance, your gasoline prices finder, find the perfect birthday gift for your mom, dad, or brothers or sisters, and even write you a thank you note. All while you're am I being watched, or am I binge watching? More like binge watching your favorite YouTube video in my case specifically. But are we ready to hand over the reins of our lives to an algorithm? I feel like we're already there. It's just how deep it's gonna go, and if companies can make money out of it, or the government or hackers. NVIDIA's earnings. Decoding the data behind the AI gold rush. Oh, there you go, listeners. Transitions galore. NVIDIA's financial is it gonna be what is it gonna say to us? The financial results have sent shockwaves through the tech industry. The more you automate things and let people do whatever they want, even if it's be lazy, and if they can pay for that, the merrier, right? Analyze the data and uncover the driving forces behind the booming AI chip market. NVIDIA is the main one right now. Maybe AMD. Everything else doesn't even compare. It's just like softer at the current situation, but the heavy hitter chips is just the only one, NVIDIA, honestly speaking. If you want to correct me on that, leave a comment. An expert panel discussion. Is NVIDIA's dominance sustainable, or are challengers like Intel and AMD poised to disrupt the status quo? No. AMD and NVIDIA were graphics processing units for the longest time. Ironically, I think their family members are the two different guys that started the companies respectively. But yeah, I mean, Intel is a computer processing unit. What would be the competitor to Intel? AMD? I don't know. That one is a little bit hard. Having those cores indirectly into the Intel chip and AMD, of course. That's a tough one to think about. Doesn't come anything to mind. But what about NVIDIA? NVIDIA is an external, independent GPU processing unit. That one also was promoting AI from a long time ago, and now we can literally see the results. I don't know on that one. That one is too complicated for my little brain. And if you want to do some research on that one, the source is the crucial NVIDIA results to set course for faltering Magnificent 7. Are there actually 7 companies back in the day? I don't know. I only know as NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel. I don't know if that's a problem in my mind as a open market, but if it sells, they better be making sure that, I don't know if they're making sure that they have a dominance in the free market. The AI gold rush is on, and NVIDIA is holding the map. But will they be able to keep the lead as the competition heats up? I'm thinking it like it's basketball. I don't think that's held in, or football or baseball. Anyways, let's go into superhuman vision. Brought to you by Pano Radar. Seeing the unseen. Thundercats. Home. Prepare to be amazed by Pano Radar, a revolutionary robotic vision system that defies the limits of human perception. I don't know there. I'm thinking of anime. Science behind this groundbreaking technology and explore its potential applications in fields ranging from law enforcement to healthcare. There's a lot of drama right now with insurances. For the plebeian like myself, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they can apply it. Obviously, I'm legally blind, and that'll be an interesting path to follow technologically speaking, though. So I can personally probably be affected on this in a good way and, be a pathfinder for this situation. Meanwhile, the law enforcement, you already know that the government helped to develop night vision for, what was night vision? Thermal vision. There were a couple of kind of different visions, but now they're incorporating it into the military. But apparently law enforcement is getting into it first. And obviously healthcare. Brought to you by the live demonstration. Witness the power of Pano Radar as it reveals hidden objects and navigates complex environments. Did a live show. See how people bought it, if you will, metaphorically and literally speaking. But the source. Scientists develop superhuman robotic vision system by Digitopia as of February 26, 2025. From search and rescue and missions to uncovering hidden archaeological treasures. Pano Radar is poised to change the way we see the world, literally speaking. Now, to the other story. VMware's uncertain future. Navigating the post-acquisition landscape. Companies are always being bought. An example that I used to follow for Rooster Teeth, they got bought by Crunchyroll? No, it's by Sony. And then Sony also bought Crunchyroll and Funimation. And then Funimation got shut down. Rooster Teeth got shut down. And now, word on the internet is that the original founder of Rooster Teeth purchased the rights for You guessed it, Rooster Teeth again, part 2. As you know, Bernie Burns was the creator of the company with other projects. Obviously, he was a filmmaker, is a filmmaker, and now he made the economical decision to purchase Rooster Teeth again. Let's see how it goes, but let's find out what VMware is going to do. The Broadcom acquisition has left VMware customers facing uncertainty and rising costs. The challenges and opportunities facing VMware is the new era, and discuss potential alternatives for businesses seeking virtualization solutions. What does the future hold for VMware? And what are the best options for businesses seeking to migrate away from the platform? By the way, dear listener, VMware is a software where you can create virtual machines. May that be on an Apple device, Mac, may that be on Windows, Linux, and they also had an app that you can do the same thing on a tablet. You can do the same thing on a Chromebook, and basically have a main computer processing plant somewhere, just renting that real estate, that source of processing, and just have people with a solid internet connection at home, at a different location, on the move, but not lose their ability to complete their work on their businesses. And VMware was very, very strong. I personally searched for it for my Chromebook that I currently have, to see if I can just use and install or tunnel my computer's processing power via an Ethernet wire, via Wi-Fi, to my Chromebook wherever I was. Didn't work out, but it wasn't VMware's fault. It was my restrictions on what I wanted and what I was looking for. But anyways, VMware got purchased. People that are under that company that use their services are big companies. I'm not going to give out names. You can look it up online if you want. But they are, metaphorically cracking their knuckles out of worry, biting their nails, if you will. Find out what's next. If they're going to lose services, which they rely on, and millions and millions of dollars yearly go to their renting out that service. So stay tuned and let's see what happens with that company. And hopefully the users of this service are not left out in the cold, and they are able to continue doing business as usual, probably even having a better option at hand. Let's find out. And let's see what happens as of February of 2025. Brought to you by Life After VMware. Which alternative is right for you? And then, VMware's future is hanging in the balance. Will they attempt to thrive, or will they become a relic of the past? From that one, let's go to South Korea. South Korea's AI power play. 10,000 GPUs fuel a nation's ambition. South Korea is making a bold move to the global AI race, investing heavily in computing power to fuel its ambitions. The implication of this strategic move and its potential impact on the global AI landscape. It's not a big secret that a lot of countries, not only South Korea, specifically the US, China, Japan, European countries, France, the UK, United Kingdom, I don't know if Spain, but those companies have, not only governmentally speaking, like the US, but private companies based in those countries are investing a lot of money, specifically with NVIDIA, like previously mentioned, to have farms, to have AI developers in-house. May that be by a private company, or may that be by a federal worker. And that's creating a high demand on fuel, on power supply. May that be on the nuclear side, on the charcoal? I guess not. I don't know. And all those things, but it's a ramification on the side of NVIDIA that one can cross-analyze this, but specifically South Korea is announcing that they're doing this, and it's having a lot of ripple effects since it's NVIDIA company is right there, and with Samsung There's a private company there that they're already, grinding at it to develop a chip and all those things. They're very good at cell phones, tablets, even cars, but let's see if they have an AI, Samsung or something like that, Stay tuned in the future. What role should governments play in fostering AI innovation and development? As I previously said, it's not only private companies, but it's a governmental level, specifically in this case with South Korea, that they're pushing their private companies, they're announcing, they're investing in education and all those things and buying GPUs like they said here. But it's a ramification effect once the government announces that they're doing that. Let's find out how it goes for them. Source: South Korea's AI GPU plan. Now, South Korea is betting big on AI, and the world is watching. Will their gamble pay off, or will they be left behind in the dust, digitally speaking, or actually? Who knows? And now, bonus round. A toast to Skype, celebrating a communication pioneer. I don't know if you guys ever used Skype. I did. I also used FaceTime. I also used Zoom. I also used Google Meets. Back in the day, it was called Hangouts. But this one is a farewell because they recently announced it as of February. What was yesterday? It was February 28th, 2025. I heard it on the radio. News radio, actually, that they were going to close it down. Let's hear what they have to say. Reflecting on Skype's legacy. Founded in 2003, Skype revolutionized communication by pioneering internet-based voice and video calls. It became synonymous, ubiquitous with online communication, connecting people globally. Little tidbit for your, food for thought. Content creator from Rooster Teeth named Gavin Free was the prime face for an ad in Europe because he was in the United Kingdom and his granddad was in Italy. And their ad, like 30 seconds or 1 minute ad, was them having a conversation, scripted obviously. Gavin Free as a 13-year-old, 12-year-old in the UK, and his granddad in Italy. And that was like uniting families across the world, across countries. Microsoft shift to Teams. Acquiring Teams is another company. Used to be a different company, but it was bought by Microsoft recently. But it had a lot more features. It has a lot more features compared to Skype. Skype was trying to incorporate, but Teams does it a lot better. So, Microsoft's shift to Teams. Acquired by Microsoft in 2011 for $8.5 billion, Skype has been gradually superseded by Microsoft's Teams, which now integrates many of Skype's features. Microsoft is prioritizing Teams as its primary communication platform. It's a level of resource I get it in the company sense. Why have two different services that do the exact same thing? One even does better, because in a professional sense, in a governmental speaking sense or federal sense, it helps for your communications, transferring of documents. It incorporates more smoothly with your other services like Microsoft Word, Excel, Sheets, any other thing. It incorporates smoothly versus Skype. Not as well, but it didn't merit enough to stay versus just keeping Teams online. And that way you can divert all those sources that was being used up by Skype into Teams. May that be members in the back end of optimizing and upgrading Skype and Teams. Now it's just one, hopefully for the better. The end of an era. Skype's closure in May of 2025 marks the end of an era for a service that significantly shaped how we connect online. Its influence, however, continues to be felt in modern communication platforms. Personally, I have a lot of hours on it with some friends, Mike, Chris, Richard, family members, Mr. J, Alan, all those guys, hours on that platform. just chatting it away, talking about anime. Before the podcast was a thing, before me doing this was a thing, we would be there playing Minecraft with Chris and Mike, playing Dota, playing, what was the other one, the left to right? I don't know, different things, just chatting for hours. What else? But yeah, I think that's a good summary for the month of February 2025. If you have any stories and want to share, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. You know where to find me, links in the description. If you want to, give me a thanks or anything like that, links are in the description, and much obliged from the bottom of my heart. Talk to you soon. This is Marcos Lopez. Stay frosty.